Okay, dear students, we'll be having our job order costing and activity-based costing. So this is all about the lessons that will be handled by Doc Arellano for your Accounting 6144A, isn't it? So by the way, dear students, if ever you'll be having some questions, you'll be throwing some questions over there, place the correct specification, the complete description if ever. Okay, so this is it, 6144 for our cost accounting. Job order costing and activity-based costing. Go ahead, Sir Marlon, with our, is it a module? Okay. Under the job order costing, we have to discuss these things. JOC is a system for allocating costs to groups of dissimilar products, of which is in accordance with customer specifications. Note, before proceeding to the next slides, kindly watch the video linked below, which discusses the different business production methods being used by the companies. So this is the so-called system of allocating cost under our job order costing. What are the characteristics of JOC? Job order costing are those costs which are being accumulated by job. Okay, take note. Those expenses, costs, which are all related to the job. Each job is treated as an independent cost object. You will always be familiarized with, meron na ba tayong job order? Things like that. But this time we have the job order costing, which measures costs for each completed job. Take note. So for whatever job been specified in the process of the operation of business operation, meron yung corresponding costs involved. Okay? Maintains only one work in process inventory control account. Okay? So this work in process inventory account is very, very much familiarized with each and every one as accounting student, isn't it? This will be appearing in your IS if you are preparing coming from manufacturing firm. Pasok ang ating work in process inventory account names. Okay? Each job is supported by subsidiary ledgers in the work in process inventory control account. So everybody can relate that when you say subsidiary ledgers, these are the individual records of each. This time, you are relating it to the work in process inventory control. So that will be subsidiary ledger for each job costing. Okay, it maintains a job order cost sheet. So for each job to be completed, there is a job order cost sheet. Okay, so these are more or less the very characteristics of job order costing. So to your simple view, you won't be emptied anymore of what are these job order costing all about. Okay, next slide. Okay, still with our job order costing, so that you will be viewing now the very contents of this term, job order costing. Okay, it is as an overview. Again, meron tayong video but we cannot push through with it, although the students can have it because you have also those video link in your LMS. Okay, to proceed with, most of the furniture makers accounts its production costs under the job order costing because customers have their own specifications as to the designs of furniture. So students, nakaka-relate ba kayo mga anak tungkol dito sa job order costing? When our author now is relating it to the manufacturing of furniture, meaning to say, for each kind of furniture, Meron kaya kanya-kanya corresponding job or cost, production cost for that particular furniture because it differs from time to time in terms of the design, in terms of whatever structure they'd like to have for that given furniture as ordered. Okay, so it means to say that the production cost under this uh, condition or in a given furniture is ordered will be also prepared with the cost involved, all the cost involved in the production of that particular furniture in mind. Okay, so next slide, sure. Ledgers being maintained in job order costs. So this is what we are talking of, the work in process inventory, isn't it? That you can relate that when we are dealing with manufacturing firm, precisely job order cost system is being applied. And the very account that we have is work in process inventory. Okay? So speaking of work in process inventory, of course, we have the beginning amount, the beginning inventory, how much is the cost involved. Then you have the total manufacturing cost of goods put into production during the period, which comprise of, we have of course the direct material. Magkano ba yung direct material involved? Magkano yung beginning costs? Okay, the direct labor, the actual labor, the expenses incurred for this manpower, for the executive labor rather, and then the overhead also with these corresponding amounts. Okay, so we'll have it with the total as the end in under your work in process. On the other side of your T account, we have the completed goods and transferred to finished goods or next department. Okay, cost of goods manufactured now. Okay, this will be all about the total amounts, utilize the total amounts applied in the manufacturing of that particular goods in mind. As an example given to the next succeeding slides, there are a lot of examples for you to relate what we are having right now. So this is the very ledger that you have to maintain under your JOCS, Job Order Cost System. Okay? So everybody back can relate. Hello, dear students, be very keen in these specifications of how it will be journalized, of how it will be recorded in terms of our job order costing. So that we have already some examples with the different figures involved. You can easily relate to it because we have it in the first few slides of our job order cost system. Okay, so next slide, sir. So, ledgers being maintained in job order cost system. Okay, take note. As had been given and as I have explained before, for every job, there must be a corresponding subsidiary ledger because we know for one, as accounting students, that subsidiary ledger is an individual recording in terms of our, say, previous discussions. We have the accounts receivable and accounts payable, but this time we are now applying our subsidiary ledger to the job order cost system, wherein it must be prepared per job being completed in a certain business operation. The example given now under job number 1, okay, assuming that we have it for job number 1, direct materials. How much is the actual direct materials being used? How much is the direct labor, the actual cost? And then the overhead, it should be determined beforehand. The predetermined overhead, okay, getting that total. And it must be, of course, coming from job order number 1, it must also be part of your general ledger under the work in process inventory. So take note that everything must be accounted for also in our general ledger, okay, as part of your work in process inventory. So my dear students, take note of our terminologies because as accounting knowledge that you have, garnering those accounting knowledge, you can easily relate it to these given examples per slides presentation. Am I right, dear students? Okay, so under job number 2, we have also the so-called subsidiary ledger. And then provided also under your job number 2 is the same account names that will be maintained in your books of accounts. We call it subsidiary ledger, and so on and so forth. Meaning, per example given right now, as you are now all exposed to these examples of subsidiary ledger, you'll just have an idea that for whatever job to be completed, there must be a corresponding subsidiary ledger for each one. Okay? Granting that we have job 1 up to job number 100 and so on and so forth, 1,000, still we have to maintain a subsidiary ledger for each kind of job. Okay? And then take note, to give an example now, as per the slides presented by Professor Mellon, we have job number 1 and job number 2. And take note that same account names must be used. We have the direct materials, the actual cost being applied, having it also followed by our direct labor, the actual cost of which, how much, plus the overhead, which is predetermined. Okay? To sum it all, total of which, take note, it will be also entered in the work in process inventory account of the general ledger. Can you relate, dear students? Saan nga ba natin ito ginagamit before? Subsidiary ledger of accounts receivable, accounts payable. And then to the general ledger, meron din tayo dong lalagyan. Meaning, dun sa ating discussion of your previous accounting, when we have subsidiary ledger, for example, customer 1 up to customer 10, o kanya-kanya yan, individual. And then, the total of which will also be, pasok pa rin yan sa general ledger account, na accounts receivable, the total. This will be applied similarly in the presented slides regarding the job order cost system naman. Saglit, this time, hindi customers ang ating ginagawa ng subsidiary ledger, but this time, that is per job. Can you follow, dear students? And then, of course, all must be posted also. All must be accounted for to the general ledger. For whatever individual recording we have coming from the subsidiary ledger, repeat, it must be also posted and taken up in our general ledger. This time, what account do we have when we are talking of job order cost system, class? Ano nga yun? Okay, so that is work in progress inventory. So this is it. Having your beginning cost plus your total manufacturing cost of goods put into production during the period. Okay. Assuming, for example, that you have, again, to take into account those account names falling categorized under direct materials, actual cost of which is how much. If there is a figure there, it should be added now. Then, followed by our direct labor, the actual cost of which is how much, plus your overhead. Okay, then getting the summary as the beginning, that will be your one to be the total amount to be posted in our general ledger. At the other side will be completed goods and transferred to finished goods or next department. Meaning, this is representing now the cost of goods manufactured. Okay? Can you follow, dear students? There's no confusions. Wala namang complicated things to be understood, but it was so simple. Coming from the subsidiary ledger, it must be posted to the controlling account. That this time, what is the controlling account that we are using? That is work in process inventory. Okay, so you are now exposed, dear students, with terminologies in a production of goods. So more or less, you can already assess that we are talking of manufacturing operations. Is it? Manufacturing firms, because these are all involved. Discussions of all this job order cost system is with manufacturing firms, production of goods. Okay? Is there any question, dear students? Justine, Elvira, Gabriel, Clara, presumably, everything is clear. Okay, no questions? So we will proceed to the next slides now. Okay, after your ledgers, we have now, after your accounting, you account on those given slides, in-account natin yung mga labor costs. How much is the labor been applied? This time, we have now accounting for materials. So, of course, the materials involved in the production of such goods will be having these methods. Under the first in, first out, FIFO method. FIFO method, this is the costing of materials should be assigned first to those materials which are purchased earlier. Okay, so when we are talking of this accounting for materials, we need to consider also the methods of this. How do we cost it? When you say first in, first out, lahat muna ng naunang mga materyales na binili must be considered for the costing of these materials. That's why we call it first in, first out. If we are relating it to a merchandising firm, isn't it? We have those methods used also in the inventory, wherein the first in, ano yung mga cost ng mga goods na unang binili, must be the first goods that will be out in terms of those costs involved. Say for example, merong unang nabili worth at say for instance 100 each. Yung sumunod 200, but in terms of disbursing these goods, yun munang nauna. And that those will be pertaining to the first cost been involved. In my example, at 100. Okay? That's why we call it first in, first out. FIFO methods. O, di ba? Meron din tayong LIFO, which is last in, first out. Yung pinakahuli, doon naman ibabase. When we are using LIFO, this time, what is being presented, shown to you for our slides is first in, first out. We have it as LIFO also later. We'll be having it. But during those discussion of our merchandising firms and taking up this under our methods of inventory, we have all these things. FIFO, LIFO, weighted average. Okay. So next one, which is here now, is weighted average cost method. So ang kinokost natin dito, yung mga materials na ginamit sa pagpo-produce ng mga goods coming from, precisely, I said, we will always relatively been connected with manufacturing firm, isn't it? Under the weighted average cost method, it is assumed that units issued to production should be charged at each average costs. Parang mas madali kayong makarelate dito kasi average cost ang pinag-uusapan. And speaking of average, napakadaling kunin, di ba? Getting the total and then divided by the number of, say, total cost divided by the number of total units, quantity, you will get the price per unit, having the average. But under our method of weighted average cost, this is it. Average cost pertaining to yung second general view, generally speaking. But this time, we are to focus now on our materials inventory. How much is the total cost of materials inventory? And divide it by the total units of materials inventory, which is just the same when I am giving some view of how to get the average cost, isn't it? Then it is also well applied in our average cost under this method of accounting for materials. Okay, so the very term that we have, cost of materials inventory divided by the units of materials inventory. Yes. So take note, wala namang bagong term, isn't it? Kumbaga, laging napapag-usapan yan in our accounting subjects. Am I right, dear BSA students? Probably everybody ba is BSA in our class now? Hello? Lahat ba kayo anak BSA? Shara? Hindi sila
Information system po.
Counting information system. Okay. So, naku, the more pa na kailangan itong costing. Sanel? So, ano din to ng ating BSA. So, accounting system, information accounting system course needs it very badly. Kumbaga, talagang ito is significant knowledge in our accounting information system. So nice that you are exposed now to our different methods of costing the materials. Okay? So mga CIS pa lang aking class today. Very nice. After the accounting for materials, next slide, sir. First, we have the labor, and then this one is materials. Next slide, sir, will be job order cost sheets. Okay? It contains information about the cost of each job. Okay? So, ano-ano yung mga involved sa ating costing of each job. Job number 1, job number 2, and so on and so forth. Will always present these things. The first terminology that we have is direct material. Direct material refers to the cost information from material requisitions. Isn't it? That when you can just visualize or imagine there is students, pag merong isang goods to be isang product term, definitely nandiyan na yung kailangan yung mga material requisition to produce this product. Okay. So from that materials requisition, we consider it under our direct material. Then we have also the direct or direct labor. The cost information from job time sheets. Ayan, may mga particular job time sheets na pinipil up sa bawat isang individual or bawat isang worker so that they can easily trace how much direct labor to be applied to this particular product that will be created by our manufacturing firm, for example. Okay, next, of course, your applied overhead. And then it will be followed by budgeted cost information. Okay, this will be all, this can be seen in our JOCS, Job Order Cost Sheets. Upon completion of each job order cost sheet is being used to analyze actual costs and compare it with budgeted costs, isn't it? You can just imagine, class, that if there is something to be produced, precisely in the actual practice, meron na kaagad siyang isasubmit ang ating mga officers concerned coming from the production area. How much is your budgeted costs? Isn't it? So magagaling lahat na sa manufacturing area, sa production area. They can provide it because they have the different financial information regarding how much will be involved. And then those are merely projections, assumptions. Will be synonymously been used for budgeted cost. Ito yung budget na hiningi sa ating job order, for example, job number 1. And then, if it is completed already, having completed the job number 1, it will be now compared with the actual costs. See? So, it's understood, and most of the time, hindi naman talagang nagbabalanse yan. There must be a comparison between the actual cost and budgeted cost. And the mere fact that minsan, most of the time, di minsan lang, probably the very good manufacturing officers who have an expertise on having the budgeted cost, makikita yan. Why? Parang ang lapit-lapit ng kanyang ginawang budgeted cost to the actual costs concerned. Sanit? Pag gano'n na mga sitwasyon, there will be an idea coming from, say, some other expertise on that line. Ay, ang galing-galing naman ng mga gumawa ng ating budgeted cost. Take note, hindi nalayo do sa actual. Meaning to say, when they have the expertise, they can assess already how much is the direct material, how much is the direct labor, the applied overhead, okay? Coming it up with this, they will proceed with this requisition, tawag doon, job order requisitions. And then it will be given by the management. And in the actual cost, pag kinumpara na yan, halos hindi nagkakalayo. Sasabihin, ang galing-galing ng nagsigawa ng ating budgeted cost. Most probably, anong magiging idea? Siguro na sila, well experienced in terms of the production. Isn't it? Okay, so this is all about our job order cost sheets. Meaning, my dear students, computer system information system courses. Okay, napakaganda. Meron pala kayong subject dito. Isn't it? So, you are aware now of our order cost sheets. Comparing your actual and the budgeted cost. See you next meeting. Hopefully, everybody will be imbibing now these lessons so that you can push through with the different modules, explanations being given, clearly being given in our LMS. And if ever you have some other things for clarification, Doc Arellano and Professor Marlon will always be here for you. Thank you, and God bless us all. Careful, take care, keep safe. Goodbye.